Hi, I'm Emily Delmar, and I'm a licensed speech-language pathologist, and I'm here to tell you what you can expect from 4-year-olds and their speech and language development. 4-year-olds should be able to have a conversation with you. They should be comfortable chatting it up with you, going back and forth, talking about things, particularly things they are very interested in. They should be able to tell a short story, like about their favorite cartoon or a favorite book. They should be able to kind of retell that with it making a little bit of sense. They should understand words for order, like first, next, and last. They should be able to understand words for time, yesterday, today, tomorrow. 4-year-olds should be able to follow 3-step directions like push your chair under the table, go get a book, and sit down on the rug. They should be able to follow classroom directions like draw a circle on your paper around something you eat. And they should understand most of what is said to them at school and at home. And they should be able to name some letters and numbers. So in the classroom environment, they should be able to function okay and follow what you say, keep up with the speed of the classroom, and do what is expected of them. For their speech, for the sounds we would expect them to have, you should be able to understand everything a 4-year-old says. They might still have some sounds that they're having trouble with. I'll get to that in a second, but you should be able to understand everything they say. They should be able to say the g and the k sounds. So cookie should not be tootie, and cup should not be tup. They should have those, we call them back sounds because they're made in the back of their throat, but they should have that G and that K sound. They might still make mistakes on harder sounds like the L and the R sound. It's okay if rabbit is still wabbit and look is still wook or yuk. It's okay. Those they might get a little later. Also the S and the Z sound, they might be having trouble with that, or the V sound. And a few others that are pretty challenging still to a 4-year-old are the ch sound like in chair, and the sh sound like in shoe, and the th sound like in thumb. They still might have trouble with those. That's okay. And you may still see some stuttering, like I talked about with the 3-year-olds. They've just got so much they want to say, and it just stutters as it comes out. As long as it's not lasting longer than 6 months, we'll still consider it pretty normal, and just keep an eye on that. So some red flags for these 4-year-olds are, the first one is if you cannot understand them, then that's a red flag. Because remember, you should understand everything they say. If they have errors with these sounds, the M, the N, the H, the P, and the B, which we talked about earlier, then the W, the D, and T. So we've got like W as in window, D as in daddy, T as in toy, the F as in fish, and then the G and the K, which I talked about. If they're having problems with any of those sounds, that's a red flag for their speech development. If they cannot carry on a conversation with you especially about something they're interested in, if you don't see that back and forth, you say something and then they add to it, then you say something again and it just goes back and forth, that's a red flag at 4 years old. If they seem to be having trouble with directions, with following directions in the classroom, that's a red flag at 4 years old. And if the stuttering is going on for more than 6 months, that's another red flag. So this is what you can expect for 4-year-old speech and language. Thank you.